Yeah, that's the deck. We got one more for you guys. We got one more. This one's a lot worse, but it turns into a much better deck, I believe. And this deck's a lot harder to get a budget version of. It's red-green monsters. So if Ninja's there, he's gonna want a taste of this one. This one's a little sketch because it depends on which way you want to take it. So there's a lot of, you know, 1 ofs or 2 ofs. But pretty much, until Kaladesh comes in, this guy's not going to be banned. So I'd probably throw him in the other deck too, to be honest. But again, wait until we know when Kaladesh is coming, because as soon as it's in there, it's out of there. So we'll see how that works out. But this is pretty much going to turn into that. The problem is the base of the deck, which is the Earthshaker Kenra and the Resilient Kenra. They're both rares. So you need 8 rares for the base of this deck. There's not a lot of good replacements for those. Same for Rekindling Phoenix and stuff, or the Jade Light Ranger at the 3-drop slot. So I think this one's going to be a little rough. If you're, if it's like a side gig, it's not going to be, what I'm saying is I would run it as a side gig because it's not going to be good as your only thing until you have all the rares, pretty much. Or a good base of them. So for instance, I'll take you through this deck. The main thing that'll be good is these lands right here can push through a lot of extra value. It's not a lot of tap lands. There's only 2 tap lands, and you still have lands that bring value, so that's good, right? You have 4 Fanatical Firebrand, just as a 1-drop beater. Again, I'd swap them out, even for like a Soulscar Mage if you really wanted to. Or just more like removal, like shocks and stuff. 4 Magma Spray, just to clear the room for all your 2-drops. You don't have Earthshaker Kenra, so it's going to be harder for them to get in. And then we got the Abrade Lightning Strike split. Again, put in more Abrade, fewer Lightning Strike once you get the shocks. Or if there's more artifact heavy things going on. That'll be good. So again, based on the meta. I don't know for sure what the meta is. I have a good idea. It's going to be kind of like a discount standard. People are going to try discount standard things for sure. But I think a few archetypes are going to be a lot better because it's only best of 1. Like I said, crazy linear consistent aggro, kind of like we saw with Merfolk, or, you know, super over the top control. Like, so here's what I think. I think Merfolk's going to be replaced with mono red, and I think Sanguine Sacrament decks are going to be replaced with approach decks. So that mid range is going to be toting the line here. So this is going to be one of those mid range decks, kind of aggro, but a little bit grindier. So yeah, based on the meta, we'll see how it goes. We got Ixali's Keeper, which literally is, quite literally, a discount Resilient Kenra. A 2/2 for 2 that can push through the last bit of damage. With Jade Light Ranger, it's easier to hit the land drop, so maybe put Jade Light in before you get the Resilient to make this guy a little bit better. But he's a common, so it's not like you're breaking the bank to put him in here. But yeah, then I already talked about Lightning Strike. You want to be able to go to face, good removal. Branchwalker, and I hope you hit those land drops for the Keeper. But then also, it's just a 3/2. I mean, this guy's amazing. Like, people talk about Jade Light Ranger. Think about Branchwalker, dude. Easy to cast. On its top end, it's a 3/2 that lets you scry. Pseudo scry. And its floor is it's a 2/1 Elvish Visionary. I'm totally fine with that. So you definitely want 4 Branchwalker. Will feel good in any deck. So good, dude. 4 On-Crop Crasher, for the same reason I said in the other deck. He's just a 3/2 beater for haste that frees up all your 1 and 2 drops to swing in. So good. Even drawn in the late game, honestly, he can usually push through that last bit of damage. Your opponent always has to play around him. It's incredible. Just makes him a little too reserved a lot of the time. If you want to go more aggro, here's why I split the 2s, based on how you want to take a deck. If you want to go more aggro, play a lot of 1-drops, 2-drops, and all that, you go Hooded Brawler for a little while. I mean, he's decent. He can punch in 5 damage, which is pretty good. If you play him turn 3 and then turn 4 Crasher, swing in, that's pretty good. So he's more the version that would go with him and Crocodile of the Crossing. If you're swinging in for like 10 on turn 4, that feels pretty good. But then there's also Tishana's Wayfinder, which is quite literally a budget version of Jade Light Ranger. So this deck is definitely the most straight up budget version of the actual deck. But this card's kind of weak. It's a 3/3, a 2/2 Elva, 2/2 for 2 that draws you a card. 2/2 for 3 that draws you a card is eh. a 3/3 for 3 that scries one is decent. But yeah, it's pretty weak. So, I mean, you can make up your mind, but I could totally see it working out where if you have 4 Branch Walkers, you just take out the 2 Hooded Brawlers for 2 Wayfinders, then you have 2 Jade Light Rangers while you wait to get the other ones. That might work for you. Who knows? But yeah, if you want to go that route, that'll set you up better to start incorporating the, what are they at? The Kenras, because, you know, they did 5 and like 6 mana to Eternalize, so you want to hit those land drops. We have 1 Bonded Horncrest, just as kind of like a 4-drop beater. Yeah, but can you do this? What, these nuts? Can I beat you to it? These nuts? Now we're talking. Welcome, Kenan. How you doing, bro? Good to see you, man. So yeah, he's kind of a really bad replacement to Rekindling Phoenix, or even like a Hazret, I guess. But yeah, we just wanted a ton of damage coming in at the top end. Because these guys are your finishers, really. You don't need them to be amazing in every situation. You just want to be able to push through the last bit of damage. So all these guys kind of fit in the same category of you're attacking for 5 damage. You do not know the butt. Can you do this thing? I'm waiting for it, Kenan. I was guessing you were going to say these nuts, but I guess I was wrong. So yeah, that's what these guys are for. Obviously, you want to be able to switch these guys out for much stronger, like Rekindling Phoenix and Glorybringer and Hazard are going to do crazier work than these guys. So that's what I'm saying. This deck is like, what is that? Like 8 mythics if you're going Hazard and Rekindling Phoenix. And then like 24 rares or something. You have 8 2-drop rares. You want 4 Glorybringer for 12. It's the chair thing. Oh, gosh, you can't. Yeah, I can't. I have a green screen right behind me. It'll knock it down. Also, my chair broke one time, so I'm a little worried about that. So, yeah. I think when we did the math, it was 20 or 24 rares for this deck. So, it starts from very humble beginnings. But I'd consider this more of a side project as a main course kind of thing. But we'll see. Maybe this could work for you. Branchwalker, On-Crop Crasher, Crocodile are some beaters that can get you some value. So let's see. You want Blossoming Defense is super good with this deck. It'll let you protect your resilient threats. I mean, usually a lot of decks plan to, when you exert a creature or something like that, they'll just take the damage the first time or chump block it, and then try to draw removal for it the next time. And they just Blossoming Defense in response. That happens a lot of the time, at least in duels. So Blossoming Defense is a way to push through the last bit of damage. Once you're getting to the route where you have all 8 Kenra, you're probably going to be wanting to just play Shock or Magma Spray, and Blossoming Defense is your 1-drops. Send help, I'm trapped into playing Stardew Valley. I can't stop help. It's okay, Kenny. On Thursday, we're going to have Arena, and it'll be real easy for you. Real simple. I forgot to put on chat for both these decks. Bob Saget. Bristling Hydra. I don't know when we get Kaladesh, but he's a good one. You're going to want him. He's much better than Crocodile the Crossing or Bonded Horncrest. Horncrest. I can talk. Has a lot of talking for like 40 minutes. Goodness. But yeah, he has a built-in Blossoming Defense, hits you for 5. So good. Get him right away. Landry Storm, in case you want to go more big red style, she fixes your mana for like Jade Light Rangers and stuff, ramps you up to the Eternalize, and gets you up there for Rekindling Phoenix or Glorybringer. She might be fun as like a 2 of. Carnage Tyrant, if you see a ton of control, it's giving a ton of trouble. Maybe 1 or 2 Carnage Tyrant I could see. Chandra Torch of Defiance. I'd run 1 or 2. For sure, maybe 3. Who knows? She does work, though. She's pretty much the Angrath of this deck. Because she just pings them for 2 every turn, or just draws you a card. And then just gets rid of all their blockers. She's amazing. There's a reason she's like $35. Channeler Initiate, if you wanted to go the more rampy style, I guess. I don't really like it, though. Now I think about it, I'd get rid of her. Earthshaker Kenra. He's the base 2-drop that you want. For sure. Lets you start getting in those beatings and it gives you something to do in the long game. So you definitely want him. Glorybringer, like I said, dude. Get rid of your removal, add more threats. You just want a super threat dense deck where you just play a creature that attacks every turn. That's what you want. Harsh Mentor, like I said, it's a meta call. The more rapey style. Rampy style, Yenyan. Don't be doing that. He's a meta call. If you see a lot of vehicles or the flip lands are really crazy everywhere, throw on 1 or 2 of him. He'd be a good 2-drop to replace Ixali's Keeper for sure. What do we got? Insult to Injury could be pretty interesting to push through a lot of damage at the end, because you're gonna be hitting your land drop. So playing this both on 1 turn is not unheard of. So it'd be good for board stalls and stuff. Jade Light Ranger, like I said, guys, he's the value 3-drop you want. A little hard to cast, but definitely worth it. Nissa Vital Force. This is more for the grindier. See, now you're making me think about it that way, Kenyon. First I said rapey, now I'm saying grindy. What's happening? What's happening? So yeah, Nissa Vital Force. Definitely amazing. She hits in for 5. So again, you might go the Glorybringer route. I had it where I had more mythic rare wild cards just sitting around than I had rare wild cards, you know? So if you don't have all the Glorybringers you want or something, just put in Anissa. She could do more work. She swings in for 5, showing his true colors. Yeah, dude, I'm red. What you want? Don't worry, I got what you're saying. Don't worry, shh, it's just a joke. So yeah, she does work. Absolutely, I love her. Plus you can get back any of your dudes who died. So it might be better for the budget version. Rune is going to be good also. Oh, I know, right? I think I have him in here. Yeah, I got Ronus in here. We'll get to him. Pia Nalar. On second thought, I don't like Pia. Get rid of her. Frostodon, he's going to get banned. If he doesn't get banned, he's going to be a good 3-drop. But he might be kind of crowded, because you're going to have 4 Jadelight Ranger, 4 Crasher. But yeah, he might be good as a 1 or 2 of, for sure. Registrar Alpha might be something fun to ramp into if you don't have Glorybringer yet. Like I said, these are all suggestions if when you open packs you have 1 or 2 of all of these. But Beard's totally right. Ronus is definitely going to be good too. The reason being, well, we'll get to that. Rekindling Phoenix, the 4-drop you want. Probably instead of Hazoret in this version, because your Jade Light Rangers and Branch Rushers going to be drawing so many cards, specifically lands, which are hard to empty out. So Phoenix is a better option here. Resilient Kenra can push through the last bit of damage. And even just, he makes your Firebrand a 3/3, you know? What more could you want? Super good. Gives you something to do. That artwork's kind of cool, actually, now that I look at it. Can't be banned, you know why. Value. You're right, Kenyon. You're right. Nate Price is running all the bannings at Wizards now. And then, yeah, Ronus is good. So good. You know why? Let me paint a picture for you. Every eternalized creature has 4 power. Jade Light Ranger can a lot of times have 4 power. All your 4-drops and 5-drops have 4 power. Like, baby, he is so good. And you hit your land drops, so you get to activate his ability twice pretty consistently. So good. Definitely run at least 2 of him. Or at least 1 of him, probably 2. Ripjaw Raptor might be interesting if you don't have your Phoenixes, I guess. He's a way to draw cards. He doesn't have a huge place in here, but again, if you have him, you can throw him in. It'd be better than these guys, probably, I'd admit. Samet might be kind of fun. Being able to flash in a creature turn 5 that they don't expect, and then all your creatures get hasty. It depends. If you have the whole thing complete and you already have all the hasty creatures, maybe not that great. But if you don't, she might be kind of fun. It's like a fun of. Like I said, guys, we're here to have fun too. Come on now. Servant, no, I don't know why Servant is in here. Shaper Sanctuary might be kind of fun as like a 1 or 2-drop. Again, I don't see us having a lot of 1-drops once you get to the higher tiers of this deck, other than Blossoming Defense and maybe Shock or Magma Spray. So it might be a fun thing to do on turn 1. Because again, you'll probably only have like Soulscar Mage too if you really want that. So yeah, Shaper Sanctuary might be kind of fun if there's a lot of removal heavy decks in the format, which there will be. Let's see. Shock. Replace Magma Spray. You can go to face. That's all we're saying. Soulscar Mage. This is if you want to keep all your removal. Other than that, he's not that strong. He'd be better than Fanatical Firebrand right now, but other than that, he's not my favorite in this deck. I like him more in the black-red version because he got a lot more angles to attack from. Struggle to Survive is your way to get rid of Scarab God. You need a main deck answer to Scarab God. And it's an uncommon. Oh, I didn't have that. I'd put this in here. Sure. Get rid of an Abrade. I don't know. But yeah, it's a way to get rid of Scarab God because you kill it and then you shuffle it into the deck. It's gone. Don't gotta deal with it till I draw it next turn, of course. But yeah, you're gonna need some of those for sure. And then Verder's Gear Hulk, if you want to play more of you could even go the Teamer route and put in Hadana's Climb. Ooh. With all your Branch Walkers and Jadelight Rangers, that might work out pretty well. Who knows? That's a brew for another day, though. So that's red-green monsters. I think this is the worst of my budget decks, to be honest. Mainly because the tier 1 deck has so many rares, so it's hard to get good replacements for it. But yeah, that's pretty much how we're going right now, fellas. There's the deck tech.